Hey internet, it's Jessica, and welcome to the Companion Corner, where I answer your questions and comments. So before we get started, I want to make a special announcement in case you haven't heard. Michaela Laws, HUSBANDOGODDESS, and MadamSharky and I are going to be doing a live stream this Saturday on April 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. We are going to be playing Monster Prom, which is like an otome visual novel game, which is co-op, and pretty much we're all monsters in high school, and we're trying to get a date for prom. And we may fight each other for dates. That's not confirmed yet. But anyway, if you guys would like to join the stream, please go to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/justanu. Or if you want to watch us all at the same time, I'll leave a link in the description where you can watch everyone's screen, because we're all going to be live streaming at the same time. So if you want to watch all of us at once, I will leave that in the description. I really love this game and how it relates. Also, I love how you give out advice. Thank you! I'm glad that you do enjoy my advice. I know sometimes I'm rambling, but Butterfly Soup is like one of the greatest LGBTQ plus games that I've ever encountered, because there's not a lot of good games that are like that. And just like Akarsha said in the video that I made recently, good gay games are hard to find, which is really true, because generally they're always like stereotypical, or the gay person dies, because you know that needs to stop. But I really like how relatable that game is, and how there's different, you know, characters. And I know there's, you know, it's specifically going after one race, which is like Asians, but as me as an Asian person, I really appreciate that this game actually focuses on the stereotypes that Asian children experienced when they were kids, because I know sometimes people make fun of it, but like you don't know how real it is, like how terrible it is sometimes. But it's really nice that this game came out, and I really appreciate the creator for making it. And I hope like more gay games will come out that are not like cliche, or they kill the gay people off, because we really need more games like that in the media, especially in a more positive light. Like, you can give these gay characters a nice ending, you know, that's not a bad thing. They actually made Kratos a DILF, single father, and this comes from a straight guy. Huh, this is weird when you think about 2002 Kratos. This is like my favorite comment that I have gotten on my God of War Let's Play. Which is true, Kratos is like a DILF right now. If you take a look at him, he's just very good looking. And if you compare it to Kratos before, he's okay. The goatee wasn't really my thing, but I prefer Kratos now. He's so good looking. He's actually a very good father in this game. I know he's a piece of shit, because like, if I'm being real honest, Kratos is the anti-hero of God of War, right? He's not really a good guy, but in this version of God of War, he's changed so much, and he's kind of like leaving all of that behind him. He wants to like change and have a better life with his son, and he's doing that. He may not be perfect at it, but he's doing better. Not gonna lie, you're one of the few YouTubers that understand the whole franchise of the game. My opinion, because of that, I'm subbing to your channel. Why, thank you, Gemma, I really appreciate it. And I think the whole thing of like people not knowing the God of War franchise and just playing this game, I think it's because like when this game came out, the first game I think was in 2005, and back then it was very violent for its time. It's very gruesome because the way Kratos kills people, it's kind of like on Mortal Kombat level, where people didn't appeal to that because it's so violent. And I think it's the same way with God of War back then. People just didn't like it because it was like violent on that degree. But I played it when I was like 10. You're not supposed to play that when you're 10, but I really enjoyed the story of it, which is why I stuck to it. And I even though I wasn't like a fan of like the whole like killing people and whatever, because it was very gruesome, I'm just like, it's like, I don't really care. Because even when I was playing Mortal Kombat, I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't a big fan of it, and I think partially it was because of the violence. And it's the same with God of War, but the story kept me involved within the game. And if I ever made a mistake of saying the lore in my God of War Let's Play, is because I forgot. It's been how many years since the first game, and the last game was like 2008, so that was like almost 10 years ago. And yeah, so please forgive me if I mix things up, because I remember things differently, and I realized it's not, that didn't happen with that character, and that didn't happen with that game, so I'm sorry. At 3:30:45, Conor McGregor is OP as fuck. This comment made me laugh my ass off because I didn't realize the bad bad guy in God of War, he looks exactly like Conor McGregor. It's really funny. If you haven't seen it, please check out my Let's Play for God of War. I was laughing so hard when I was reading this. Mistaking the fish as flowers got Jacksepticeye too. Okay, so I haven't watched Jack's Let's Play for God of War because I want to finish the game first, but that makes me feel so much better because at one point in the game, one character tells you go get flowers out in her garden. I step out the door and there's like a fish rack with fish like hanging off of it, and I was just like, oh, are those the flowers? Because it looked like white flowers from a distance, and they were fish. I felt stupid. Freaking clickers are so creepy. I know. By the way, anyone wondering, I am gonna continue The Last of Us. I just want to get God of War out of the way. But yeah, the clickers always freak me the fuck out because their noises that they make when they move, and then the way that they move is so like, it's not even like a zombie, because the way that zombies walk, you know, they're all slow and they kind of like limp and whatever. The clickers are like, in a way, twitching, and it just makes it even creepier. And to know that they don't have like a real head, just, you know, nightmare. I want to know what happened. Props to Rivian to fitting all of that in. Yes, Rivian had a very fun time with Saber, and yeah. Kieran was there too, and that was interesting to witness. Okay, that threesome caught me way off guard, LMAO. Yes, so did I. I don't know why I didn't see it coming. Rivian definitely did, but I don't know why I didn't see that coming, because I'm just like, Rivian was hitting on Saber, but also Kieran was kind of into Rivian. I'm just like, I should have known. How well does Jessica know Michaela? Well, me and Michaela have been friends for like, how many years has it been already? Like 2 years, 1 year? I don't really know. But it's the thing is about our relationship, it's just like I haven't met her in person. Because she lives in the United States and I live in Canada, and we haven't been able to meet up in person yet, especially with the other girls too, with Christy and Sharky. I haven't been able to meet them because we live in different countries, and I would say she's my friend on the level of how well do I know Michaela. She's my friend, and she's a lovely person. I love her very much, and if you're not following her and playing her games, well, shame on you, because you should. The argument that gay people can affect children is utterly stupid. I mean, most people have straight parents and the children still can be gay, bisexual, trans, etc. Yeah, like me. But yeah, it's really stupid that people think, or at least straight adults, some straight adults, think that their children will like turn into a fucking demon or something if they watch some like two same-sex people kiss or hold hands or something like that. I never really understood that, and I said this in my Butterfly Soup Let's Play, that when I was a kid there were gay characters or implied gay characters in cartoons that I watched, but it never bothered me. I was never like, ew, like, why are they touching each other like that? Or, ew, why are they kissing? Or, ew, why does she like that girl? Or something like that. I was just like, oh, she likes that person. That's nice. Like, it's not a big deal. You have to realize, children don't understand hate when they're young. You're the one who inflict hate on them. And that's how they become, like, homophobic or something. And that's how they also don't understand to the full extent. You're not giving them proper education about it, and that's really unfortunate because it creates more hate in the world, and then now you influence your own children to be homophobic or anything like that, and that's not cool. What is terrifying to me is how real the character of Monica is. If in the near future we do successfully make AI and they start to develop feelings for anything, would they be like Monica and delete or destroy everything? That is pretty weird. And if it comes to having to delete the AI to save the world or whatever, how comfortable are you deleting a person? I like this comment, and this was on my theory video or analysis video for Doki Doki Literature Club, and it's true. We're getting to the point where AI are being developed more and more, and it's just kind of like, when is it going to be the point where we're like Terminator and they're coming after us and going to kill us? Because if you think about like Amazon's Alexa, it started laughing randomly. It's gonna go to the extent where they're gonna have their own personality, their own conscience, and they're gonna think. And I was always like iffy about this debate because it's just like, they're a person too, right? If they have their own conscience and their own feelings, I consider them like an own being, and they have feelings to think and understand stuff. So I don't think it's fair to like kill them unless they're doing something bad. You should, like, you know, it should be treated like someone who does a crime in real life. The same thing with AIs. If they do something bad, they should be taken away for that. But like, I don't think you should just be like controlling over them if they have a conscience and they have feelings. That's what I think. I'm gay, please don't. Best thing I ever heard. Well, it's true. Don't don't want to hit on gay people, especially if you know they're gay. And I think that's what was going on with Vivian, because he's just like, all these women are coming after me because I'm good looking, but I'm gay. Seeing Hugo fangirl makes us fangirl. Hugo was noticed. Hugo was one of the like least favorite in Dream Daddy, which I didn't understand, because like I was so surprised when it turned out he was like a huge wrestling fan and a huge dork at that point. He's such a huge nerd and I love him. I don't know why people didn't like him that much. Hugo's so great. I loved Hess. She's such a badass. Tess is like one of my favorite characters in The Last of Us, and it's not only because like, oh, she's another female character, but she's actually just like, she does not give a fuck, and I really like that, because you know, in the apocalypse people change, and I really wish there was more backstory on Tess, but you can tell she's the type of person who is like nice and like friendly with people, but then when the apocalypse happens, she's just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Sonic movie is basically going to be The Shape of Water, but with a woman falling in love with a hedgehog instead of a fish man. Joking aside, I am worried about it, but time will tell. Apparently it's being published by Paramount now and being written by Deadpool writer. Yeah, so this was from my podcast, I think last year? We were talking about the announcement that Sonic the Hedgehog is gonna get a live action movie, and we were debating on like, what is the story gonna be, and we all agreed that it's gonna be something like he's gonna fall in love with a human woman, and it's just gonna be cringy as fuck, like the Bee movie, like, you know what I mean? It's something like that. And I think a lot of people are worried about it because it's just like, it's weird, because there was even a Sonic game where he fell in love with a human girl, and I'm just like, what is this bestiality shit? Like, honestly, it just looks so weird. So, I mean, cool that the Deadpool writer's on the movie, but I'm no offense, but I'm kind of worried. He gets advice from IkiHow, which is exactly what I thought. Kent in Amnesia Memories is one of the greatest characters that I've witnessed in a Japanese otome game, because he's not a piece of shit and he's actually a nice guy. But he was getting love advice from Iki. Don't want to get love advice from Iki. What anime are you currently watching, if any? By the way, I love your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Any anime that I've currently been watching, I don't watch anime as much as I did when I was a kid. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I don't like the way like it's being told now. But the last anime I watched, oh god, what was it? I remember, I think it was Black Butler. I think that was the last one I was watching, because I didn't finish that. It's either that or Mirari Nikki or Future Diary. That was the last ones I watched, I think. I don't remember. Do you draw? If so, can we look at some of your art? Yes, I do draw. I'm an animator and artist before I was doing this YouTube thing. But if you want to see my artwork, it's on my website at jessica3d.com, or you can check out my stuff on Instagram. Yeah, I've been drawing since I was a kid, so I've been drawing a really long time, and I've been doing animation as my profession for 5 years. And yeah, do you watch My Hero Academia? If so, who's your favorite ship? I don't watch My Hero Academia, I'm sorry. What's the hardest thing to do when recording? I hear most videos have audio problems, but I'm not sure about you. Fist bump on amazing content, thank you. Yeah, audio problems is generally what I have. Also with my webcam, sometimes it goes out of sync. And then sometimes it's to the point where I can't save it. I have a problem also with like my capture crashing or something like that in the middle of it, but I don't realize it because it still says it's recording, but when I actually edit, it's not there anymore. So that's one of the crappy things. I think it's just generally with software I have problems with. And that's what a lot of YouTubers do. It's so annoying because it's just like, do I re-record it and fake my reaction? Or do I re-record it and tell the audience, like, I've seen all this already and, like, I'm mad because my software crashed? Or do I just say, fuck it, and put it in the video? Usually, I just say, fuck it, and put it in the video and just, like, say, like, sorry, my webcam crashed or something like that. Because I really don't want to fake my reaction when I'm making videos. Nor do I want to be like, I gotta replay this and tell everybody, hey, everybody's seen this, so it's boring. Like, I just don't. What advice could you give to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel, but is really insecure about it? I feel like I could do good and make me happy, but I'm really nervous and don't really have any equipment. Okay, first of all, you should be doing this kind of thing if you want to. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I just want to reiterate that, because I feel like people feel like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, that's the best thing you can. No, it's really not. Trust me, it's really not. Especially if you want to make it into your job, it's really hard work to do. People think like, oh, I'll just make clickbait shit and then I'll be fine. That's not really how that works. But for anyone who wants to start and they're insecure about it, you could do, I don't know what kind of like genre you want to do, but if example gaming videos, if you want to do something like that, you don't have to have a webcam. I feel like people feel like you need a webcam. For me personally, I just wanted to put a webcam in. But when I started the channel, I had no webcam, and I didn't have a good computer, I didn't have a game capture software when I first started either, nor did I have, what is it called, even a great internet to like live stream and stuff. So it's okay, you can still make it work, you'll figure it out. But don't feel like you have to do something just because like, oh, it's popular, or oh, this is what I need to do to be a YouTuber. You don't. You can be yourself. And if you feel uncomfortable about it, the one advice I would have is like, if you've seen my first video, which is the Game of Thrones Let's Play, I was so nervous of talking, like you can hear me shaking, like my voice is shaking, and it also stems from the fact that I never really talked out loud, especially to people, so it was really nerve-wracking for me. But the one thing that I always did when I wanted to talk, when I didn't know what to say, like, let's say a part of the game that you're walking around, nobody's talking or anything, it's just silent. What do you do then? Usually what I do is I talk about something that I like in the game, or I relate it somehow to me. So you can hear it in my Game of Thrones list, but I started talking about the book, I started talking about the TV show, and then I started talking about what characters I liked and whatever, and then I started talking about how it relates to me. So you can just start off like that. Just start talking. It's okay. Even if you don't think it's great, that's what you have to do. It goes the same if you're doing live streaming as well. If no one's watching, just keep talking. Someone will eventually come, then they'll bring more people, and then more people will come, and then you'll have like an audience. Even if it's just 5 people, it's fine. Like, that's how you start out. You're not gonna start out with like thousands of people right away watching you. It gradually gets there, and it takes a lot of time. So don't be afraid to be yourself and just talk. It's okay. Alright, so I want to show you all the lovely fan art that you guys have gotten me, and I really appreciate all of them, so thank you so much. And a video series of the month is gonna be God of War. So if you have not watched my God of War Let's Play, I highly recommend you check it out. Even if you have never seen a God of War game or played it, it's okay, because the developers did say you don't need to play the old one to play the new one, and this new one is completely different. So if you like games like Uncharted, The Last of Us, or Dark Souls for whatever reason, this is the game for you. It's very story driven and story based. The story is about a man and a son, and unfortunately his wife had passed away, and they're taking the ashes of the wife up the mountain and to scatter it as it is her last wish. And that's basically what the game is. And if you have any confusion, I do explain like what's happening in there, so don't worry about it. Anyway, thank you so much to everyone who submitted questions or commented on my videos. If you would like me to read your comments, just comment down below, or any of my videos at a time. Or if you want me to answer a question, it would be best to comment on this video so I can see it for the next Companion Corner episode. And if you would like to do the intro for Companion Corner, please check out the link in the description on how to do that. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye! Whoa! No, Atreus! What the fuck? You jerk! He found his tongue wandering inside her mouth, exploring slowly as she... I'm sorry, let me do that again. He found his tongue wandering in her mouth.